What's going on, Softwash TV? Kyle here. Hope y'all having a good day. It's a freaking beautiful day here in North Carolina. It's a sunny Thursday morning. I wanted to jump on here and talk about a comment I got on one of my videos. Michael posted, "Seems I could only do one job a day. How can I speed up to do a job in just an hour or two? I have really good equipment and all the good stuff. Still takes me 4 to 6 hours. Why? I've got 2 people on the truck. I don't understand why it takes so long. Any tips would be much appreciated." I credit my fast pace and my efficiency to 4 things, all right? 1 is preparation. 2 is process. 3 is equipment. 4 is hustle. First things first, everybody, I want to talk about preparation, and I'm not talking about preparing your equipment. That goes without being said. I want to talk about preparing your customer and preparing the work area. And you can do this very easily with clear communication. If you just take the time to communicate your expectations with your customer, your wash day is going to be a breeze because they're going to do the work for you. So I do this 2 different ways. In my terms and conditions document, I will lay out all types of expectations. Like I expect them if they have house decorations like wind chimes, potted plants, hummingbird feeders, doormats, shoes on their front porch. I ask very nicely if they could bring that stuff inside or move it away from the home. That's going to save you a ton of time. I also remind them of this via email and text message 24 hours prior to the wash job, and then I'll send a message whenever I'm en route to their house. So if I'm 30 minutes away, I'll send a text message reminder that says, "Hey, United Soft Wash is en route to pressure wash your home. Please ensure that the work area is clear of any obstructions." It's that easy, guys. If you just set those practices and those systems in place, you're going to save so much time on the wash job. You're not going to get there and have all types of work to do. All right, y'all, I'm in the truck right now and we're heading to the first job of the day, and I want to talk about process. Your process is everything. It's definitely going to make or break you in regards to how long you're on the job site. So through experience, your process will improve. At this point, I've washed thousands of properties, so I know what works for me and I know what doesn't work, what type of stuff slows me down, and I've gotten rid of that. So whenever I get to this job site, I'll do a walk around, I'll show you the home, you'll see the size of it, the scope of the job site, and I'll start a timer. I can't just have an hour-long video of me washing, but I'll start a timer, I'll let you know how long it took me, and we'll talk about some of the things in my process that kept me efficient.
The destination is on your right.
What's up, everybody? Before we continue, just a friendly reminder, make sure you check out Softwash TV Pro, the exterior cleaning industry's answer to the need for quality pressure washing and soft washing training. Not only will you learn about safety, but we will teach you how to wash. Learn from a pro the ins and outs of house washing, concrete washing, and low-pressure roof cleaning. We teach wash techniques and preventative measures for property protection. Softwash TV Pro will educate you about industry equipment and all of the chemicals used during daily operations. Learn marketing strategies from a successful pressure washing company and take advantage of numerous resources that will help you start and grow a pressure washing company. Thanks for watching. Now back to the video. All right, everybody, we have arrived at the job site, and you can see we have a beautiful 2-story vinyl sided home right here, and we're going to get them all cleaned up. As I come over here and zoom in a little bit, you can see that organic growth. Got a bunch of mildew starting to form some real green stuff over here, some algae. So we're going to get them cleaned up, but let's talk about that process, right? I just talked to you about preparation. As we walk around here, you can see this front porch area has already been completely cleared off by the customer. There's no chairs. They took their hanging ferns down. The doormat's gone. All that stuff has been removed, thus making my job a lot easier. So you can see I already started putting property protection. I covered the doorbell, the electrical outlet up there. Let's zoom in on these gutters. There's a lot of green organic growth up there. Gonna get those cleaned up as well, guys. We're gonna do a complete house wash on this home, and I'm gonna show you that you could do it very quickly if you have a good process. So pretty simple house. I wash 2-story homes like this day in and day out, and I do a lot of them, the majority, under an hour. All right, so one of my process is vehicle parking. You could see where I parked right here strategically. I could easily pull my hose to the rear of the house. I've already hooked up my water hose, my feed water hose to the spigot, and I normally keep 250 to 300 feet of hose on my hose reels. That normally allows me to get around 3 sides of houses in most neighborhoods because their front yard is not that big. So you can see they have a gate over here that doesn't allow me to get to that other side. So I'm gonna stop right here, but just so you guys are tracking the time, I timed it. I've already greeted the customer. They told me about their concerns. They showed me the green siding. I've already went around and taped off outlets and electrical components, and I did it all in under 10 minutes. All right, guys, now it's time for the fun part. We've done all the business stuff. We sold the job. We got out here on time. We met the customer. We did property protection. Now it's time to wash. Every house is a little bit different. Every house has its own nuances, but the process is the same, guys. And one thing I really want to hammer home is repetition. The more you do something, the faster you're going to be at it. My process does not change. So if you guys want to learn how to wash, you want to learn all the stuff about chemicals and equipment and techniques and stuff like that, you really need to check out the Softwash TV Pro page, because I have our introduction cleaning course in there where we go over every little detail of everything in my ride-along videos. But basically, guys, all we're doing here is applying a low-pressure cleaning solution to the house. I apply at the bottom and work my way up, covering all siding, all fascia boards, all soffits, all gutter exteriors, all trims like railings on the porch and shutters and garage doors. We're evenly coating our cleaning solution on the house, and with a proper dwell time, it's going to neutralize all of those organics. Then after we come back and rinse everything from the top down, the house will be very clean and the customer will be very happy. Let me reel up these hose reels. We'll get out of here and we'll talk a little bit more about this process. All right, everybody, I just left the first job of the day and I want to show you the time. Hold on, I'm driving, so this is a little difficult. I'm gonna show you the time right here. This is not wash time. This is complete project time. Pull up to the curb, pull out from the curb, complete project time. 57 minutes and 51 seconds. Let's just call it 58 minutes. So under 1 hour. So how did I do that? Once again, guys, it all comes down to preparation, process, equipment, and hustle. We just talked a little bit about process. Now let's talk about one of the big game changers, and that's equipment. All right, everybody loves talking about equipment, so let's dive into that. I'm gonna continue washing for the day, but when we get back to the shop, where I'm at the house and stuff like that, relaxing, we'll walk around the rig and we'll talk about some things. All right, everybody, let's talk equipment real quick. I don't want to deep dive into all types of pieces of equipment and everything, but I do want to talk about a few different things that I like to have on my pressure washing rigs that set me up for success, especially whenever it comes to speed on the job site. What you're looking at here is a single axle aluminum trailer that I had built by Industrial Cleaning Equipment out of Wilmington, North Carolina. They make amazing custom pressure washing rigs. If you guys want to check them out, I highly recommend them. But they put some great pieces of equipment on this rig right here that will make it a great rig for going out there and washing things quickly. Most importantly, in regards to house washing, is the pressure washer. So everybody gets into pressure washing originally, most people, and they think that PSI is what's most important. They hear numbers like 3,500 PSI, 4,000 PSI, and they're like, oh, that's gotta be good. That can be good, but I'll be honest with you, 99% of the time, PSI doesn't matter. What really matters is volume, because most of what we're doing, and we're talking about house washing, is low pressure. So volume is what's important. The amount of water, the output that this machine and pump has, that's what's important, and that's what makes you fast. So 8 gallons a minute is a great machine for pressure washing. If you're serious about running a company, if you're serious about going out there and being able to quickly wash houses, you cannot go wrong with something like this. This is a great setup. Next up is the ability to remotely control when I'm spraying chemical on a house. A piece of equipment like this is invaluable, guys. This is a Flow Pro Solutions. This is a remote downstream injection bypass kit right here. This allows me to be behind the house several hundred feet from the truck, and I could just hit a button on a remote control and I could start spraying sodium hypochlorite. Whenever I want to rinse the house, I could hit another button and then I'm spraying clean water and I'm rinsing the house, and I don't have to go back and forth to the truck. This is a great tool if your aim is to speed up your process. I couldn't do without this. All right, so we talked pressure washing, the importance of having a high volume machine, having water capacity. We talked about remote downstream injection. We could talk about Softwash pumps real quick if you want to. This awesome trailer right here has a 12-volt system. These things are awesome. They're easy to work on. They're cheap to replace. This one is paired with a metering manifold where I could adjust my water, soap, surfactant, so I could dial in my ratio depending on if I'm washing a roof, I'm washing a house, I'm pre and post treating concrete. Very fast. Something like this is a lot faster than having just a batch tank on your trailer. So if you're old school and you got a batch tank, you might want to choose something like this to speed up your process. I don't really recommend, day in, day out washing houses with 12 volts. You can, but it's definitely not as fast as downstreaming, guys. So I'm trying to set you guys up and be completely transparent. I love 12 volts, but whenever it comes to house washing, downstreaming is faster. There is another option. If you want to have a dedicated pump to wash houses with, you could look into something like a booster pump, or you could look into gas-powered systems. That 12-volt system that I just showed you is electric. It's a 5.3 gallon a minute pump. This gas-powered Softwash system right here is 11 gallons a minute, so a lot more flow. So not only can you apply chemical quickly with this thing, but you also have the ability to rinse with it, because 11 gallons a minute, this is a great rinsing tool, whereas a 12-volt, it leaves you wanting a little bit more. You burn a lot more time with it. So this also has a remote control system where on and off with a remote, dedicated Softwash pump. Awesome piece of equipment. This is the rig we use today, Medusa. And when we were washing, we were using this 11 gallon a minute machine. This is a monster right here. This is what gets me in and out very quickly. I love having a high volume machine. This is that backup machine I talked about, 5.5 gallon a minute. This is a great machine too. If you're getting into it, you want something serious, 5.5 gallon a minute is kick-ass as well. One or two more things about equipment, guys, and I swear I'm done. I really like talking about this stuff because I know what works. Having all of your reels on one side of your rig really helps. If you could look at this rig, you could see that it's on the passenger side of the truck. This makes me very efficient on the job site. You saw today, I pulled right up to the house and I put my truck in a position where I could pull straight off the reel all the way to the rear of the home. I could pull off my feed hose that fills my buffer tank and pull that straight to the spigot. So having your reels on one side really makes you fast. You could go out there and wash houses very quickly. One last thing I want to talk about is your sodium hypochlorite. Most people use a surfactant whenever they're downstreaming or they're washing houses. You got to be careful. Don't go crazy on the amount of surfactant you use. I know on YouTube you see a lot of people washing, and I'll be honest, half these dudes just add a little bit more soap because it looks cooler on camera. You know what I'm saying? The more soap you add, the more cling you're going to have, but the longer it takes to rinse. So you just need a splash, guys. I use Eliminator by Pressure Tech with my surfactant or with my sodium hypochlorite. It works great. It smells great, and it doesn't take forever to rinse. So that's another way to speed up your process with your equipment. All right, everybody, last but not least is hustle. That's the last thing I wanted to talk about. Make sure that you're out there moving with a sense of urgency, moving with some purpose. No lollygagging, all right? I'm not saying go out there and run and trip and fall. Don't let your customer think that you're rushing or something, but move with some purpose. You'll be surprised how much you speed up your process at the job site, guys. So with the right preparation, process, equipment, and hustle, you could definitely speed up the amount of time it takes you to wash a house. I'm not condoning or encouraging anyone to go out there and be the splash and dash guy. Do the job correctly. Make sure that the customer's happy. You've neutralized everything. You've rinsed everything down really good. We don't want to be oxidizing any siding by leaving chemical up there. So do things the right way, guys. And another pro tip, I think I'm the only YouTuber that preaches stuff like this, but ensure that you're taking in a lot of fluids. It's a hot time of the year. Make sure that you're dieting good, eating good, healthy food. You are what you eat. And exercise, guys. You want to be an asset to your people, not a liability. It's getting really hot out here. If you go out here and overexert yourself in 100-degree heat, trying to hustle and stuff like that, you could go down with an injury, go down as a heat casualty. That's a recipe for disaster. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching till the end. If you guys need some training, you want to learn about pressure washing, check out Softwash TV Pro. It's training, it's resources. I teach you about marketing, how to get jobs, and how to be successful in your business. You guys take it easy. The link is in the comment section. Till the next time, peace.